Reacher star Alan Ritchson candidly details sexual assault by photographer and suicide attempt. Alan Ritchson is known as the hulking and charismatic star of Prime Video's Reacher, but the actor is showing some brave vulnerability, detailing an event from his past that sent him spiraling so far that he attempted to hang himself. During a chat with The Hollywood Reporter via HuffPost, Ritchson revealed that he once worked as a model for brands that included Calvin Klein and Abercrombie & Fitch. It was during this period that his agent arranged for a meeting with who he describes as a very famous photographer in Los Angeles, which led to a sexual assault. I was sent into a hotel room to do nudes with the promise that if I did the shoot, he would offer me a very lucrative campaign for a magazine and a clothing line. I was sexually assaulted by this guy. I left and drove straight to the agency I was at. The actor believes that his agent at the time fully knew what was going to happen once he entered that hotel room. Once Ritchson returned to the agency that sent him there, the agent simply smiled and told him it was not a big deal. The agent ultimately told Ritchson he would never be sent back to that photographer and nonchalantly told him that he can get a little aggressive. The actor ultimately quit modeling after the incident, despite being one of the highest paid models at the agency, although the damage from the encounter had already been done. Ritchson admits that the sexual assault left some scars, and that an existential crisis led to him attempting suicide in 2019 because he couldn't take it anymore. The actor said, "I hung myself. It all happened so fast, and I was dangling there." It was ultimately a vision of his sons that stopped him from going through with it. They calmly asked me not to do it and told me that they wanted me to be here, alive and part of their lives. I was diagnosed as bipolar right after. Deep down, I was comforted to know, okay, there's a name for this. Despite the events he endured throughout his modeling career, Ritchson has detailed other inappropriate encounters with photographers in the past that didn't reach the level of sexual assault. He was happy it ended when it did, because acting found him soon after. He was able to seamlessly make a career transition that led to appearances on American Idol and a role on Smallville, among other shows. Now he's the star of one of the biggest series on Prime Video, Reacher, which has no real end in sight, and he has starred in films such as Fast X and Ordinary Angels. The actor's own words coming out of this ordeal really define someone that truly knows his purpose in life. I came out of that whole thing asking myself, okay, if I am going to choose to be alive here, a decision we all make, some to a greater degree than others, what am I doing? Why am I here? What I kept falling back on was the meaning and purpose of life. As someone who believes that there is a creator and we are created beings, our purpose in life is, without qualification, to make the world a better place and serve others. That is what life is all about. Alan Ritchson, known for his powerful portrayal of Jack Reacher in the hit Amazon Prime series Reacher, has opened up about a deeply personal and painful chapter of his life. In a candid and emotional revelation, Ritchson shared his harrowing experience of being sexually assaulted by a photographer early in his career and the subsequent mental health struggles that led him to attempt suicide. The actor, now celebrated for his rugged on-screen presence and commanding performances, has chosen to speak out about his past to shed light on the darker side of the entertainment industry, particularly the exploitation of young talent. His story is one of survival, resilience, and ultimately hope. A promising start tainted by betrayal. Long before he became the face of Reacher, Alan Ritchson was a young aspiring actor and model trying to make a name for himself. Like many fresh-faced newcomers, he found himself navigating the often ruthless world of entertainment, eager to make connections and build a career. In the early 2000s, Ritchson was scouted for modeling and acting opportunities, leading him to work with various photographers and industry professionals. One such encounter, however, turned into a nightmare. In a chilling account, he detailed how a respected photographer, someone he had trusted, used their position of power to exploit him. The industry was a minefield for young talent, Ritchson recalled. When you're starting out, you're vulnerable. You don't have the voice, the power, or the knowledge to protect yourself. Though he did not reveal the name of the photographer, Ritchson described how the situation unfolded under the guise of a professional shoot. What was meant to be a routine session soon turned into a horrifying experience. The betrayal shook him to his core, leaving him grappling with confusion, shame, and anger. For years, he buried the trauma, pushing forward in an industry that often rewards silence over confrontation. The weight of trauma and mental health struggles, Suppressing such a traumatic experience took a toll on Ritchson's mental health. Despite achieving early success, such as his breakout role as a Quayman in Smallville, he found himself battling deep-seated feelings of worthlessness and despair. "I was carrying something I didn't know how to deal with," he admitted. "I thought success would heal it, that if I just kept moving, I wouldn't have to face it. But trauma doesn't simply disappear." As Ritchson's career progressed, the weight of his past experiences, combined with the pressures of Hollywood, led him down a dark path. The pain manifested in ways he struggled to control: depression, self-doubt, and eventually suicidal thoughts. At his lowest point, he attempted to take his own life. Though he did not disclose the exact details of the incident, he spoke about how close he came to the edge. "It felt like there was no way out," he shared. "Like I was drowning and no one could hear me." A turning point, finding strength and purpose. Despite his darkest moments, Ritchson found the strength to fight back. Therapy, faith, and the unwavering support of his loved ones played a crucial role in his recovery. He credits his wife, Catherine, and their children for giving him a reason to keep going. "My family saved me," he said. "When I looked at my wife and kids, I realized I had something worth fighting for." Over time, he began to confront his trauma head-on. Speaking out about his struggles became a form of healing, and he made it his mission to use his platform to help others who might be suffering in silence. Breaking the silence in Hollywood, Ritchson's decision to go public with his story is part of a larger movement to expose the dark realities of the entertainment industry. For years, Hollywood has been plagued by stories of abuse, coercion, and exploitation. However, the culture of silence has allowed predators to operate unchecked. By sharing his experience, Ritchson hopes to empower other survivors to come forward. "This isn't just my story," he stated. "It's the story of countless others who have been used, manipulated, and discarded. If my voice can help even one person, then it's worth it." His honesty has been met with an outpouring of support from fans and fellow actors alike. Many have praised his courage, noting that his willingness to speak out could be life-changing for those struggling with similar experiences. Using his platform for good. Today, Alan Ritchson is not only a thriving actor, but also an advocate for mental health awareness and survivor empowerment. He actively works with organizations that support victims of sexual assault and promote mental wellness. He has also spoken about the importance of therapy and destigmatizing conversations around male survivors of abuse, a topic that is often overlooked. "For a long time, I thought I had to be silent because I was a man," he admitted. But pain doesn't care about gender. We all deserve to heal. Through his advocacy and openness, Ritchson is proving that strength isn't about pretending to be invincible. It's about facing your demons and refusing to let them define you. A story of survival and hope. Alan Ritchson's journey from a vulnerable young actor to a Hollywood leading man and outspoken survivor is a testament to the power of resilience. His story serves as a reminder that no one is alone in their struggles and that healing is possible, even after the deepest wounds. As he continues to inspire with his work on Reacher and beyond, Ritchson's message is clear. Survival is possible, healing is real, and no one should have to suffer in silence.